My parents are forcing me to give my inheritance to my step-siblings or be disowned. I'm 24 years old, and I just received a life-changing inheritance from my late grandmother. It's enough money to pay off my student loans, buy a house, and have a solid financial foundation for my future. I've been crying tears of joy and relief because this money means security I never thought I'd have. But my parents are demanding I split it equally with my 3 step-siblings, who I barely know, who have wealthy parents of their own, and who my grandmother explicitly did not include in her will. When I refused, my parents told me I have 1 week to do the right thing, or I'm no longer their daughter. I'm being disowned over money that was never theirs to begin with. And somehow I'm the bad guy. The background: my mom and dad divorced when I was 11. It was messy and painful, but they eventually settled into a functional co-parenting relationship. I split my time between their houses fairly evenly, and while it wasn't perfect, it worked. When I was 15, my dad remarried. His new wife, Stephanie, had 3 kids from her previous marriage, twins Kyle and Kara, who were 14 at the time, and younger son Brandon, who was 10. We became a blended family, though I never really felt like part of it. Stephanie's kids were fine, I guess. We weren't close. They had their dynamic, and I was the outsider who showed up every other week. Kyle and Kara mostly ignored me. Brandon tried to be friendly, but I was a moody teenager who resented the whole situation. I didn't hate them. I just never bonded with them. They weren't my siblings. They were my dad's wife's kids who happened to live in the same house as me part-time. My dad tried to force "they were a family now" narrative, but it never stuck. Stephanie tried too, always planning family activities that felt performative and awkward. I'd grit my teeth through them and count down the days until I could go back to my mom's. My mom never remarried, so her house remained my primary emotional home. That's where my room really was. That's where I felt like myself. When I went to college at 18, I drifted even further from my dad's household. I'd visit on holidays, be polite, and leave. The step-siblings and I barely spoke. We were friendly strangers, nothing more. My grandmother, my mom's mother, was the most important person in my life besides my mom. Grandma Jean was my champion, my confidant, my safe place. When things were hard with the divorce or the blended family situation, I'd go to her house and